Hello and welcome to BigJollyPolitics.com and our 2014 Republican primary candidate interviews. I'm David Jennings and today I'll be talking to Tony Noun. Tony is running for the Texas House of Representatives in House District 150 against incumbent Representative Debbie Riddle. HD150 is a moderately affluent area with 70% of the households making $50,000 or more per year. The district is located in North Harris County. Good to have you on BigJollyPolitics.com. Tony, how are you today?
Fine, well, thank you very much for asking.
All right, well, why don't we, just to get started here, take a couple of minutes and you just talk about yourself, introduce yourself to the viewers here at Big Jolly, and just the basic stuff about you, Tony. You know, where you grew up, what schools you went to, married, children, occupation. Just
Okay.
anything you want to talk
Okay.
about to explain who you are to the voters.
Okay. I grew up in East Beirut, which is in Lebanon, and me, my wife, and my three kids. 18 years later, we decided to come to Texas, and I grew up in a Christian area where I joined the Lebanese Christian forces at the time to fight for my Christian faith and protect my family and my community member. And after 19 years of hard time in Lebanon, on the East Beirut, we decided to leave the country and come to Texas, me and my wife. And that was 19 years ago. 25 years ago, I'm sorry. And I went to school. I went to a university, French school in Lebanon. And I have an accounting degree. And after I got my accounting degree, I decided, me and my wife, to leave the country because the economy, the business, the war wasn't that good in the country. We decided to leave and come to Texas. And what else you need to know? That after I came to Texas, we raised a beautiful family, 3 kids, 2 daughters and 1 boy. They're 22 years old. My daughter is 22 years old, and my son is 18, and my daughter is almost 21. She'll turn 21 in April. They went to Klein High School, and now they're in college. And my son, there will be the last year for him in high school. He'll be in college next year with his 2 sisters.
Oh my, you have 3 kids in college at one time, huh?
Exactly.
That's got to be tough.
Thank you, David. And my occupation for the last 25 years, living in Houston, in Spring area, especially in this district, 22 years. And I own a couple businesses, and I'm a businessman where I own some real estate, and I do some real estate investment too. And I used to own a big media marketing, which I don't not have it anymore. I'm just concentrate on my current business and my and the car business, where I been doing it for almost 20 years. And I'm happy. I'm making a living, and I did hire a lot of people in my life for during my business time, where almost 300 people, and I give a job for almost 1,000 of people, 1,000 of citizens from this district. And now it's time to change my philosophy and bring my management in business to my district.
Okay, well that's a pretty good segue actually into the next question about politics in general. What draws you to politics? You just mentioned that it's it's the time in your life where you have an opportunity, I guess, to serve, and so that's part of it. But have you ever held an elected position before? Have you been involved in Republican politics, on the local level at all?
I never had my name on the ballot, never. But for the last 10 years, I've been involved, donate and support President George Bush, John McCain, Mitt Romney, and locally, I work with the Sheriff Tommy Thomas for 7 years as an advisor and help him here in the Spring area. And did support Tommy Thomas too locally. But like you said, statewide, I did help and support and donate George Bush, Mitt Romney, John McCain, and because I believe as a conservative Republican that I like to be loyal to the Republican
Okay.
belief.
Well, how would you characterize
And, I did that
that?
too. Go ahead.
How would you characterize your political philosophy then? I mean, you supported Republicans. What kind of Republican are you? And what's your political philosophy? Conservative or moderate
I'm a
or
conservative
efficient or
Republican. I'm a Republican. I believe in a private solution, not a government solution. And I believe on government hands off. And I'm a pro-life.
okay? How did you become pro-life? What about pro-life attracted you?
As a Christian, believe as a Catholic, growing all my life, almost 1,300 years ago, I did search about my family background, and we find out that's 1,300 years ago we become from a Catholic background, where we are Christian. We believe what's wrong, what's not wrong, and what's yet between yes and no. That's why I believe, against abortion, pro-life. This is our priority and our main belief.
Okay, so you mentioned that you've lived in the district. I think you said 22 years. Is that right?
22 years between two subdivision, 22 total of 22 years. Yes.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about the HD150, and as you're a citizen of it, what is it like living in 150? What are some of the biggest issues in it? Just in general, give us some information about the district itself.
I'll be more than happy to tell you the problem that we're facing in District 150. For the last 22 years, I've been driving on the road, going back and forth, Luera, Kuykendall, which is at the middle of the districts, and been living here and having 3-4 businesses on Kuykendall. And for the last 12 years, I can see what's going on. It's getting bad and bad every day. Have a vacancy, a lot of vacancy in District 150. We're facing a bad economy here, where we have bad businesses and denied businesses, and safety is the most important things, and increase in crimes, decrease in family business. I mean, like business and and value houses and business values, that's affecting the District 150, where we're not growing like every other districts, and we're going backward instead going forward.
Explain that a little bit. What do you mean by going backward instead of forward?
Backward, because I can see other districts, how they're growing and how they're changing with businesses and values. And our district for the last 12 years, the way I'm seeing it, it's not doing well at all. If you will drive down the street here on Kuykendall, Spring Cypress, or 1960 around this district, you will see the vacancy. I'm not sure what's going on with all this vacancy and the bad business around here and the crimes. I believe that will affect the economy. That will affect people opening business in this district. And that's why people are concerned about their kids' safety, about family safety, and decide to go to different districts. I mean, crimes is going up. Business is not good. I mean, that's what I've been seeing for the last 22 years.
Okay, you mentioned crime. What kind of crime is going up there? Are you talking about, you mentioned a lot of vacancies. Are you talking about vagrants hanging around vacant buildings and breaking into homes or stores, or what are you talking about crime?
No. We have a lot of prostitution, and we have massage places, gambling places illegally. Massages, I'm talking about the illegal massage places. I'm not talking about the regular massage places, where I don't believe people with a family will come to a strip center, will have a couple massages, illegal places that cannot bring their family to eat next door to illegal massage places, where if I'm a state rep for this district, I will direct the difference. I will step in myself. I will help. I will talk to my community member. I will help way more than what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing that this is going and growing like others.
Okay, well that kind of leads right into the next question then. As a House member, you're not only responsible for your district, but you're also doing stuff for the state as a whole. Texas is a very big state, and there's when you go to the House of Representatives, you have to vote on a number of issues that may not affect your district. What are the biggest issues that you see that face the state of Texas, not necessarily your district?
Yeah, I'm seeing the economy, border security, and I'm seeing that overspending. Those three things that concern me a lot. Where the overspending, you must have a budget. As a business owner and a businessman, you must work on a budget and treat or work the same thing that you're doing business in your business as a business owner. You must bring that experience to the state and show them how we can cut expenses and have a budget.
Okay, and you also mentioned immigration. Now, that should be a unique sort of topic for you since you are an immigrant yourself. Can you talk a
Right.
little bit about immigration and your views on it?
I love to talk about that because me personally, I'm an immigrant coming from Lebanon. I did it lawfully. I did it by the book. I worked very hard to never be illegal in this country. And I'm against amnesty. I'm against people illegally getting reward by a citizenship. And they must work the same thing. I did it lawfully, and I prefer everybody, will do it just like I did it.
And how long did that take you to become a citizen?
First, when I came here, the immigration did help me and gave me a work permit to work legally and paying taxes because it was a war in Lebanon. They don't want me to go back and get killed. It took me about 6 years in total to get my citizenship. But
Okay.
usually about 5 years from a green card, take you 5 years to get your citizenship.
Okay. Now, one of the problems that most of the pro amnesty people they say that the immigration itself system itself needs to be fixed. Obviously, that's not a state function; that's a federal function.
It's a
So
federal.
that's not something you would be working on, correct?
All what we need to do is put a pressure on the government. I mean, as a state, as a federal issue, nothing we can do, but at least we can put some pressure and talk about it and put a pressure on them. And the way I'm seeing it, that illegal immigrants are taking advantage of our welfare system, taking advantage of our social security system, taking advantage of the education, which is about $22 million a year that we are spending on education, and $1 million a day on housing illegal prisoner in prison.
Okay. Well, you're taking on one of the hardest jobs in politics here. Let's just face it. You're running against an entrenched incumbent. Representative Riddle has been there a long time, and so it's as you know, that's a very difficult thing in politics to begin with. So what separates you from Representative Riddle, and why would a voter choose to vote for you over a person that has been in office for a long, long time?
To me, nothing is difficult in life, and if you work hard and you sacrifice in your life, you can achieve anything you want. And for the last 1 year, I did start my campaign early, like a year, and go in and block walk on every door and knock on their doors and listening to every concern and listening to people, block walking every day for the last 1 year and knowing what's going on in the districts. It's a lot of concern that most of the people I did knock on their doors, they do not know who's their state rep is. That's concerned me a lot, where I've been hearing a lot of issues, people complaining. They're talking about door policy where they're not getting an answer. They call, they're not getting a phone call back, and where for the last 1 year, I learned a lot. I learned a lot what's going on, and with my hard work and my strategic in this District 150 where I need to step in and help, I will listen to everyone and make sure that their concern will be heard. And I believe District 150 deserves better than that. Deserves somebody will listen, deserves somebody will help, deserves somebody will represent them better.
Okay, well, so what if people wanted to get in touch with you and work with you on your campaign? How would they contact you? Do you have a Facebook account, websites, Twitter, anything like that?
Yeah, I do have a website that's a votetonynoun.com,
Okay.
and I do have a Facebook. It's Tony Noun for State HD150, and I do have a Twitter. It's Noun 4TX, NOUN number 4 letter T and letter X. This is my Twitter account.
Okay.
And I love for everyone to go online and check my story, because my story will speak for itself. I want them to read up more about me, the way I believe in this district, the way I will be a public servant for this district. And my main policy, if I'll become a state rep, my policy will be have an open door for everyone, to listen to every concern. And at the end, when they have a concern, I like to help them and put that concern. I will never take my own decision on that. I will love to listen to their decision, and we'll have only one decision, both of us. And thank you for allowing me to introduce myself, Mr. Jennings, and thank you for everything.
Oh, anytime. Well, thank you, Tony Noun, for joining us today, and best wishes on your race. Well, folks, that's a wrap. We got another one done. Stay tuned for more of these candidate interviews from BigJollyPolitics.com and follow us with Tony Noun.
Thank you.
All right, Tony, thanks. Take care.
All right.